this video, we're going to quickly cover the Virtuworx Download Install Manager. So once you have done the initial install and followed the step-by-step guide for the setup wizard, you will be asked if you want to launch the Virtuworx patcher for the first time. When you do, this is what you will get. You may have different variations based on the event that you're running on, but the key fundamentals of the patcher remain the same. So let's go over those elements now. Initially, you will get the first patch notes, and then every time that there is an update to the client, those updates will be listed over here. Second, you will get your control box on the bottom corner. This is an important step to understand because this is how the version of your software will be maintained. So every time there is an update or a change that is made in the Virtuworx platform, we will push it to the server, and the server will tell your patcher that there is an update. At the moment, there are no more updates to come down, so I can click on the launch button and I can load the software up to run. If there is an app, this button will be disabled, the update will pull down and it will install itself on your system. Once that is up to date, this launch button will be enabled and you'll be able to use it. Should at any point you experience software issues, glitches, or errors that cause your software to run as unexpected, you can click the repair button and the patcher will run through the software, find out where the issue is, and replace the files with healthy ones. This is also a self-updating patcher. What that means is that we can make changes to it from time to time, and as this opens up, it will first check to see if there are any updates to itself. If it finds that there is a flag on the server saying that there is an update, it will then update itself and add whatever we've chosen. That could be additional icons, it could be additional news feeds, it could be additional images, or it could be tweaks to make this run even better. In this video, we're going to cover how you can get started in the Virtuworx platform once you've installed the software. So let's begin. Once installing the software and launching the platform for the first time, you'll be greeted with a sign-in page and a welcome screen. If you do not have an account yet, you go to the account creation button and you will be required to fill in some specific details, namely a username, an email address, password, and then personal details such as your name, phone number, company, LinkedIn profile for business networking, and then you can select your industry, job title, and country. Once you've entered all these fields, you will be sent an email for account authentication, and once approving that email, you will be able to log into the platform. Once you have created a Virtuworx account and authenticated it via email, you will be able to log in. To do this, you enter your email address and your passwords, and you have the option to remember your credentials for future logins. If, however, when attempting to log in, you enter incorrect credentials, you'll be given a warning and blocked from logging in. Should you repeat this multiple times with unsuccessful logins, you can always go to the forgot password field where you can reset some credentials. So let me enter a correct password and see I can log in. On this screen, it is important to make sure that you set your graphical qualities correctly. So let's go through these now. The screen resolution is best suited to the type of hardware that you're running. So a mid-level system will probably run somewhere close to 1024x768 or 1280x720. If you have a high-spec system with a dedicated GPU, you can then look at different options and see which one works best for you. Also, you can look at the graphics quality settings, which will help performance if your system is not on a top-end range. That means that you still get very high frame rates, or FPS, so that the image and quality is very smooth, but it's not set as something like graphics. And you can also put it into a windowed mode if you prefer to move it from desktop to desktop. Once you've selected the ones that you prefer, click Apply. You will be given a prompt to see if these graphics settings work for you. If they don't, you can always go back and change them. I'll accept. Once you've logged in and chosen the correct graphics settings, you'll be greeted with the login screen. Here, you can read some new news, click on links to go to some different tutorials, chat with people in the platform, and when ready, entering the platform itself. But first, let's go through the character creation system. For first time entry, you'll be prompted to create a new character. I already have one here, but let's create a new one. You will be greeted with a few options. You will be able to choose your gender. You'll be able to choose different races. And once you've selected one that suits as a base model, you'll be able to go forward onto the next step of customizing. Click the customize option on the head, beard, eyebrows, hair, or body. And at this point, you're able to, using your left mouse button, rotate your avatar from left to right to get different viewpoints, and you can start scaling different options. Here you can see your head size going bigger and smaller, and there's a number of things to go through to try out. You can also change things like hair. There's constantly new ones getting added regularly, and when selecting a hairstyle, you can also change the color. There are a few body options as well, where you can select user height and other properties for the character. The final option along the bottom here is to choose different outfits. Most of these will start off in a grey or white, and then once selected, you'll be able to choose different variants to match the style that you prefer. From moving from shirts, I can go to different coats or jackets, and again select the color that I like to best suit the style I have chosen. If I choose some trousers, I can find some shorts, I can find some jeans, and I can find again something that would match the style and aesthetic that I prefer. And then finally, there is a range of shoes. Once you're happy with all of this, use the create character button, and if there's an error, it will tell you. If you haven't selected a character name, go back to general and choose what you want to remember this character by. I'll call this Smart Guy. Create character again, and you will see the character appear as an option for you to choose in your menu. Once you've chosen the character you prefer, you go click on the home button again to return you to the login menu. Once you have successfully created a character, you are now ready to enter the Virtuworx platform. To do this, you click on the bottom left tile saying Enter Virtuworx. You will be greeted with the base teleport menu, and you will be dropped into your first scene to explore the platform. On first arrival, you will be greeted with the option to do the Virtuworx tutorial. If you haven't done this yet, it is highly recommended you do this, as you'll learn a lot of valuable ways to navigate the platform and how to use the different features around you. And that's it. That's all you need to get into the platform. The next video series is going to show you some of the basic controls. I'll see you there.